Everybody, and welcome to your next C++ Allegro 5 tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to be starting off the player class and get stuff going with our game. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new class, and right now we'll make it a player class, and later on we'll add an entity class for when we want to do enemies and stuff, but for now we'll just have our player class. So our player class is going to consist of load content, right? We're going to unload the player content. We have our update, and first of all we got to include some Allegro functions. So we put Allegro event EV, and we'll want the input manager as well. So we got to include the input manager class. And for the draw, we'll just have our Allegro display. Okay, so we got all our stuff set down. So we're getting an error. Okay, so that's right. So in our private section, we're going to want to have a Allegro bitmap for our player image. We're also going to want to have a pair for our position. And we're going to want to have a float for our move speed. And that's all we'll have for right now. So what we got to do is just create our functions. So we have unload content, and we have update, and last but not least we have draw. Okay, so we got everything set up. So another thing we're gonna have to add in as well, we're gonna have to include the file manager. And we'll just say in the private section, file manager, and which calls file manager right here. So in the load content, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to load in our player content. Now we don't have anything for our player content, so let's open up Notepad or something and let's do something. So for our player, all we really need is two things. We need the player image and the position. So we'll just put load equals, we'll say image, and we'll have position. And down here, my image will be in, I don't know, I'll just call it image 1. And the position will be at 10, 10. And we're going to save this. In our load folder. Well, so we'll call this player, and that should be it. Okay, so we're gonna have to call file manager load content. So our file name is gonna be load slash, and whatever your file name, whatever you called it. So mine's players slash text. We also need attributes, and we need contents as well. So we're gonna have to create a vector. So std : vector, Oh, we also need a string class. And then we'll do this for our contents as well. Oh man, I can't even type right now. Okay, so we got our contents and our attributes. So we'll just put attributes, contents, and that's good, right? So we don't need an identifier because we're gonna be loading everything from the whole file. So now just loop through it. I is less than attributes dot size, and we have a nested for loop. J is less than attributes I dot size. So we're gonna say if attributes I j is equal to image, then we're gonna load this image, and what do I call it? Yeah, so player image is equal to al load bitmap, and we're gonna load the contents ij. And one thing I've had to do in a text file, so let me open up Notepad one more time. I have to open up Notepad. I never put in the extension for the image, right? So I gotta put image1.png, whatever the extension is. So it has to be contents ij dot c string, c underscore str. Okay, and then we'll have an else if attributes ij is equal to position. So now we gotta do some work. So we gotta be able to split these two, split the commas, and then store the position in here, and store the x position, and then store the y position. Okay, so instead of typing it all out again or trying to redo what we already did, we're just gonna go to the menu manager.cpp, and we will just copy this right here, right? Because it's the exact same thing. So we'll copy this, paste it in here, and okay, so right here is where we're gonna have to create a string. No, sorry, I was changing it to a float. So float position, and that will be it. So after this, we'll say this position dot first is equal to position 0. This position dot second equals to position 1. Okay, so we've got our position set. So now for unload content, we just gotta call attributes.clear contents.clear. Okay, so we got our attributes done. So for the updates, we're not gonna do anything now. We just want to get our player actually drawn to the screen. So we're gonna put al draw bitmap, and we're gonna put player image. We'll put position dot first, position dot second, and null for the flags. And one other thing that we have to do is we gotta call al destroy bitmap for our player image as well. So that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna draw that quickly. Now, hopefully, if we have time, we'll get to draw it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a class quickly, and this is gonna be called the gameplay screen. Okay, and the gameplay screen class is going to inherit from the game screen class. We gotta include game screen. and we'll say public game screen. So we'll have load content, unload content, update, and let's go to our game screen. I'm not sure if the update takes both. No, it just takes an event. So just copy this quickly. Last but not least, we'll have a draw Allegro display. And I don't think we'll have enough time to actually finish the gameplay screen, but we'll just do this quickly. So in our CPP file, we'll just create the function outline for it. We have our update, and last but not least, we have our draw. And did I mess up something here? Nope, everything's fine. So I'm going to end the tutorial here. We'll continue where we left off in the next tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and bye.